Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I don't want to be spending ages waiting for people to come in, but I do want to get the chat up so you can all say hi. So I'll just stick that in there for you. Hopefully some of you will start coming in. I've just got an email on my phone to say that we're live. So okay, that's good. That's good. So welcome. Okay, so it's 7 o'clock in the UK, and last night I was talking to one of the supporters, and he was saying that he's very confident that GME is going to go on a nutty job up in on the 14th, okay, which is tomorrow. And so I agree that there's a lot of bullish news. I'm just going to get rid of all the charts here. There's a lot of bullish news with GME that we're looking forward to. There's the fact that they're going into NFTs. Some people I've heard say that the NFTs aren't going to really do much of a impact on GME, but that is absolutely, in my humble opinion, not the case. I think that GME and NFTs are going to bring a lot of revenue in, and if there's a high amount of revenue coming in to GMC as a company, then of course we as shareholders will reap the benefits from that. And if you consider the history of GME and how long they've been trading and all of the affiliates that they've been with and things that they've got involved in themselves, how many different NFTs can they make, whether it's video clips of adverts, whether it's even their logo. You know, they could get their logo, GME logo, wrap it up as a NFT, and then stick it out there on auction for people to buy, and it would sell for $1 million. It would sell for $1 million, over $1 million. So there's a lot of good things and positive things to go for on GME with regards to the NFTs. And yeah, so that's something to look forward to. There's the fact that GameStop and Nintendo have gone into business together. Nintendo, the Pokemon cards that you used to have, or I whether you had them yourselves if you're young enough. For me, it was my younger brother that was into Pokemon, who's 9 years younger than me. I'm 9 years his senior. Hey Jose, how you doing, brother? Do the charts say moon? The charts for GME, they say moon. Now, just looking on at what I've been saying, and I started talking about this last Thursday, I think it was. I drew this. Is that Thursday the 7th? 7th, was that Thursday? It was Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday last week, I drew this symmetrical triangle in and sort of said we could move it around a little bit, but basically we're going to be trading in this area for a while. So if you're going to buy, then dollar cost average and wait for the dip. Don't buy up here. So I put my orders in, and yeah, I've bought a little bit, and I'm going to dollar cost average on the way down. And yeah, you could just keep trading this until we get a breakout to the upside or the downside. Yeah, we've got targets of massive amounts, and if indeed, you do hold 30 shares or more, then there's high chances that you could end up making life-changing money. And if there's life-changing money there, then you need to know about things that need to be done, like certain tax regulations and all the rest of that. So I'm going to get a video together. I might do one of those doodly videos. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to present it yet. I might do a live conversation. And yeah, do a live conversation with the SEC when they phone me back. If I can catch it, I can go live. And then you can hear it from the horse's mouth about what it is that you need to do. And it is apparently international. It is an international thing. It's not just people that live in the States. So yeah, this is where we are. So what do we got? We've got 3 viewers. So nice to have you here, guys. I can see Jose. It's nice that he's always supporting me and he always comes on and says hello. So that's always a good thing. Right, so yeah, looking at the charts, as we come into this with the RSI, as we come into this area here of oversold, it's a bullish time. Whenever we've hit these lows, we've always ended up making a bullish move. And at the minute, the price has kind of come down, but it's not like the price has come down and the RSI is going up. which would be scary and suggest that the price is going to go right down. Instead, price dictating price, it's suggesting that we've got a bullish move to make to the upside, which is fantastic and great. So yeah, that's it. That's the trading range at the minute. I think that I said the other day that if we do end up going below 185, then it's a great time to buy. So I've bought, like I said, I bought some. I did a market order and bought a load. So it looks like we're breaking down past this triangle now. So we'll see where it goes. But as it goes down, you just buy more. But as it goes down, if it goes down slowly, but the RSI comes down fast, that's what we want. You see, it's just clipped back up again. So I think we might get a wick. You know, like this one here ended up going all the way down here, and then you got this wick candle going up. I'm kind of expecting that to happen here because we've got very low volume. In fact, if you look at the volume of history, we haven't had volume this low in a long time. You know, and the trading day is about to finish. It's only got about an hour left. Yesterday was very low, and obviously this big candle now coming down is bringing a little bit in, but it's still low volume in comparison to the last, you know, few months. Even during the just before the hype ended up happening, the volume was, you know, about the same as where it is now, and now we've got a lot more attention in GME. So yeah, I feel that we are bullish. I feel that we're exciting, and we've got plenty of room to go forward. So that's where I am at the moment. I think that's going to wick back up. Tomorrow we're going to be inside this candle again, and maybe towards the end of the week we'll end up finding this breakout to the upside, all being well. Price targets for myself are all the way up to here, and I think that is going to happen on the 31st of August this year, and then I can see prices going up to $434. Now it could be that we end up blasting past that and then coming down and finding support at that. We don't know. We just need to wait for time. But certainly it's fantastic news with regards to the NFTs and their collaboration with Nintendo and Pokemon. So yeah, keep your eye on the charts. Dollar cost average, don't put in more than you can afford to lose. But at the same time, I feel that we can be confident about where GME is going in the I would even say it's the short term. You know, if we're talking a matter of 2 or 3 months, I mean that's an amount of time where we can hold, right? That's an amount of time where we can turn around and say, okay, we've bought something and it's excitement, so let's just wait a couple of months and then, you know, take out our profits or have those diamond hands and hold. Hey Ronaldo, you're talking about NFT possibilities. I think they're endless too. Cool. There's so much upside with this company. I agree, Ronaldo. So those of you that are on the chat now that are not really quite sure what an NFT is, what it is, it's almost like a smart contract. We've all heard of these smart contracts. That's the word smart contract in the crypto world is just thrown about all over the place. This word smart contract, but all it is, it's a load of code, computer coding, with contracts or a contract written in the code and then sent out as a transaction, and then all the other computers that are in the network end up taking that transaction, and it can't ever be questioned or turned around and hidden, messed around with, you know, falsified or fraudulent things can happen. Once it's been sent out as a transaction, that's it, it's coded. And so what they do is that the NFTs, they can have a piece of artwork, and let's just use the GME logo as an example. I wouldn't have thought GME would do it, but if they wanted to put their logo into that code and turn around and say, right, this is the code, and it's written into this coin, so whatever it might be, Chili's or you know, whatever code, whatever ERC20 or ERC7, whatever they want to use, they wrap it up in the coin, and then they sell that on an auction. And then someone comes along, someone who's like a multi-millionaire like Rocky or Ronaldo or Jose, they turn around and say, yeah, I'm happy to pay $1 million for that. And yeah, so they end up buying the GME logo for $1 million, right? And then because because artwork now is becoming more digital, just like money's becoming digital, just like music is becoming digital, streaming on Spotify and things. Everything's going digital, right? Artwork is going digital too. So whether it's a video clip of Jordan doing a slam dunk, it might be that little bit of a video clip that's 10 seconds long that's wrapped up, and then that can be sold. And then if any companies want to use that clip, then they have to go to you, who owns the clip, and say, can I use it? And then you say, yeah, you can, but it's going to cost you X, Y, and Z. And then you end up getting royalties from the NFT, right? That you own because you bought it on the auction site. So with GameStop, and especially with the friendship and the collaboration that they've got with Nintendo, and if you remember the Pokemon, well, Nintendo are Pokemon. You know, they own Pokemon. So with that collaboration that they've got, they used to be with Toys R Us and GME. They used to be very tight. Toys R Us are no longer around because they went bust. So the only other people that they've got at the moment, Nintendo, is GME. And this is quite a bullish thing. I don't know what's going to go on. I've not been privy to the conversations that's been going on with them. But Pokemon was absolutely huge. And there are millionaires, billionaires that have got kids that would love nothing more than to have the main Pikachu Gold and be pulling on daddy's shirt saying, please let me have it, please let me have it. And then, you know, you get Richard Branson turns around and says, all right, I'll have, you know, Pokemon Pikachu. How much is it? It's 2 million. Okay, well, there you go. Or 5 million or whatever it might be. But the thing is, like I was saying earlier, GameStop have been going on for so long. I mean, years and years and years. So they've got so much history of owning artwork, advertisements, business collaborations of pieces of art that they've done themselves that they can sell. And the more they sell, the more revenue they get. The more revenue they get, the more the shares are worth. The more we become wealthy because of the NFTs. So anybody that's downplaying NFTs, I think, is either respectfully uneducated as to what NFTs are and how much they can bring to the table as an asset, or well, that's it really. They're just uneducated, and it would be wise for them to go away and just do some research. Just spend half an hour researching NFTs and how much they sell for. Now, in the UK, we had a family, and it was there was two brothers, and I don't know if it went viral, so it went all over the world. So some of you might have heard of it, but it was where Charlie, an older brother who was probably about 3 years old or whatever, stuck his finger in his little brother's mouth, who was only like 1 year old and only had a couple of teeth or whatever, and the little kid bit Charlie's finger. And the little boy whose finger got bit, and he went, "Ah, Charlie bit my finger." Yeah, and then he kept his finger in there, and the little kid just bit, and that went viral. It went everywhere. It was all on YouTube. It was on news stations and all the rest of it. And that ended up selling for over $100. It was $1 million. It sold for 700 and something GBP, Great British Pound. So in dollars, I mean, that would have quantified to over $1 million. Which is why you can't find it anymore, because it belongs to them. They could turn around and go onto YouTube and say, no, I don't want it on YouTube. I don't want it on any social media platforms. Anybody who puts it out on social media, it needs to be taken off because it belongs to us. And then that family now, if they wanted to, could go to different people and say, we've got this, and you know, if you want to use it, you can, but it's going to cost X, Y, and Z. Now, if that's just a little comedy clip that went viral, GME have got so much in the bag that they can bring into NFTs. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, so Ronaldo remembers that. Charlie bit my finger. Yeah, so you won't find it now. Go off. Well, don't leave the chat, but go off and open a separate window up and see if you can find it. But all you'll find is news articles. BG Does Gaming. Yes, boss. So it was actually BG Does Gaming that brought that part to my attention, because I was talking to him about NFTs and the power of them and things, and it was BG Does Gaming that told me about the about that specific. And I went and did what I've suggested you guys do. I went on and I looked and I tried to find this Charlie bit my finger, And the only place that I could find it was an interview where I think it was the BBC were doing an interview with the family, and yeah, it sold for just over 700,000 GBP pounds. So yeah, over $1 million, guys. That's incredible. So what, GameStop, Moon, because as soon as they start doing it with this Nintendo and Pokemon, then the sky's the limit. When all the planets align, and everyone that watches me know, when all the planets align, that's when you can say, well, things are going good. The fact that the RSI is going into oversold territory, we're heading this way. We've got this great news about Nintendo and GME linking up. We've got the NFTs that are going to be released shortly. Yeah, so good stuff for GME. So what we got? BG does gaming. Yes, boss. Is there anybody else here? So who we got? We got Jose. We got Ronaldo. Me and him had a good chat the other day. Actually, I'm looking forward to meeting Ronaldo. Ronaldo, where do you live, brother? Whereabouts in the world are you? What country? If you're in the UK, mate, we'll link up soon. And yeah, cool. But what else have we got? So we've got 3 people, so it's just you guys. All right, so I'll wait for other people to come in, and we'll carry on talking about some more things about GME. But for now, we'll just have a look at Bitcoin as well. Now, there's a really interesting thing about Bitcoin right now. I've been trading with Bitcoin for quite a long time, and whenever Bitcoin goes sideways, it gets boring. It gets boring. Oh, you're in the US. Ah, okay, cool. Well, when you do come over to the UK, mate, you got to let me know. There's a bed here for you, a room. You're welcome to stay, and yeah, free bed and free breakfast. I'll supply the breakfast if you're any good at cooking. We can take turns. All right, that's cool. We'll eat some good food, and then we'll go out and have a go on the pads and the mats out in the garden. There's a gym out there that I use. It's pretty cool. Right, cool. So with Bitcoin, when it starts going sideways, it gets boring, and people don't like boring. What they want is volatility, where there's excitement, and that excitement they don't get in Bitcoin when it's going sideways. So what they do is they go, nah, I don't like this, and they start looking around at other things, like even Dogecoin. They'll probably end up looking into. So what happens is, as that happens, people start going over to altcoins, looking for big gains on altcoins as Bitcoin goes sideways. So generally speaking, when that ends up happening, you see the Bitcoin dominance. People start leaving Bitcoin here. They're leaving it and going into altcoins. And it's only been over the last sort of 3 months, perhaps, where we've been having these spikes, and we've got higher highs, but higher lows. Sorry, but here we've broke the trend, so it's potentially possible we could come back down here again, and give altcoins another chance to be able to for us to be able to sell if we're hodling altcoins, which you should have kind of got rid of here and got more into Bitcoin. Not financial advice; it's just the way that it is. So yeah, moving on up, move on up, move on out, yeah. So that's it. That's what's happening with the dominance. So Bitcoin itself, sideways, boring. Everyone going into alts because they want more excitement and more volatility. And yeah, that's what's going on with Bitcoin. AMC, what's going on with AMC? Now, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago now, I was doing a similar thing where I was reading the charts, and I saw this like almost like a bull flag, and I said when it broke here, I cringed, and that because I know there's people out there that have got a lot of money in it, but I knew when it started to break down that we were going to go down, and I was just looking for something on the charts. I was trying my hardest to try and find something of words of encouragement, but it turned out that I just couldn't find anything. And I said, guys, look, if we do end up breaking down, just hold. There's no point in selling, because they're going to go back up, and it's going to make you a load of money in the end. But just have those diamond hands, right? We've got big support here from the past, right? We've got this massive candle here where the wick came down, and the bears tried to do it, to fight to get it right down, and they couldn't do it. It bounced off. They tried to get back down, and they couldn't do it again there, and now we're kind of bouncing in that area. And whilst we're below this Ichimoku cloud, that's what this is called. These two lines here, they haven't come below that line. So people that are holding AMC, I wouldn't worry too much just yet. And I think that while ever AMC is coming down, if you do have any extra money that you want to kind of mess around with, look at the RSI is coming down after a major move high. That, you know, all it's doing is it's like a spring that's compacting, ready to just sort of latch onto, and then the latch is going to let go, and it's going to moon up. But you need these retracements. You need it to come into this oversold mark. Look, when it hit that oversold area here, it ended up rocketing up, and this doesn't look very big, right? But if I start zooming into this area that doesn't look very big, yeah, when it went to the oversold area, we can see just how big it is, because it doesn't look very big from where it was. But if I get this measuring tape here and go from the oversold point here up to where it ended up hitting its high, which was here, that's actually 1,000%. So your money would have increased 1,000% if you'd have held from the point where it went to oversold to overbought. Yeah, and now, so when we now sort of like take a step back and we look at the massive moves that have happened here, now we can say that, well, as this RSI comes down into this area here, this sort of, as soon as it sort of gets to this where we say the 30 mark, because that's where that line is on the 30, as soon as we hit the 30, anything below that is just cocking the gun back, ready to just explode, and you know, the price movements will go up. Now, this is technical analysis that I'm talking about here. I'm not bringing any fundamentals to AMC whatsoever, because AMC isn't something that I've looked at fundamentally. I'm just speaking to you as a trader who does trades every day. I've got probably about 15 trades working right now for me, and yeah, they're doing good for me, and I'm happy with them. Last couple of weeks, I'd say 2 trades out of about 15 have not gone so well. But because I don't leverage trade any of those ones that are not doing so well, I don't care, because I know that at some point they will end up going back up. And the fundamentals, the technicals say, yes, at the minute it's not doing that great, but there is a chance that we're going to go back up because the RSI is coming down. Lots more indicators that I look at when I trade, but for now, I'm just trying to give you guys that little bit of confidence that if you are holding AMC, we've got some strong support here, and if anything, you know, people that are spot trading, meaning that they don't use the bank to borrow more money, they will be holding at this amount. They will be buying more at this price here, including myself. I will be buying some more AMC when it gets here. I bought up here, so I'm now in a loss. That was one of the losses that I said that I'm making. Am I bothered? No. Am I losing sleep over it? No, I'm not. Am I going to buy more? Yes, I am. Because it's people that are getting scared. That's when the blood's in the streets, right? This is where you get all of the famous people, the Rothschilds, turn around and say, when there's blood in the streets, you know, it's time to buy because everybody's selling. Who else said it? Warren Buffett, you know, he's copied those words as well. So it's people like that. That's the clever money. So if you are in that situation, don't worry, don't panic. And if you can, and you have some extra money that's pocket money and play money, then now's the time to buy, not to sell, right? Lots of people will be scared now, thinking it's going to go down to nothing. It's not. You know, AMC's been around for a long time. And when you think about the whole COVID situation, is all coming out of lockdown in the UK on the 17th, which is what, 13. So this Friday, it's going to be optional whether we have masks or not. So, you know, we're coming out of lockdown, all being well, and therefore, certainly in the UK, cinemas and going out, and you know, people are going to start feeling better about it, and hopefully the entertainment industry about, you know, going out and taking hold of the things that AMC offer are about to start to rocket. So that's AMC. GME, again, looking really good with their collaboration with Nintendo and Pokemon. Looking really, really good. Need more money for GME. Hey, brother, I get that. So, yeah, do you know what I did? I had a beautiful car, right? I had a really nice BMW 4 Series. It had red leather. It had the best iDrive system, the latest iDrive system. It was the new shape and all the rest of it. Really, really beautiful. I sold it. And the reason why I sold it was because I believed in a product and I wanted to put my money in that product. Now, I'm not going to say what the product is because I don't want you guys to do the same if it ends up going bad. But I ended up putting that money that I sold the BMW for, I put it into that asset, okay? And that asset is is making me money. Now, when I come to sell the asset, the next BMW that I can buy will be something that's, well, it might not even be a BMW, it might be something else, but I'm a BMW man by heart, so it could even be an M3 with a load of money left over to pay for the petrol that it will cost to have it. But anyway, that's my situation. So let's have a look. I missed the Beamer. Hey, we've got TFT, my brother from another mother. Yeah, we need to train, brother. We need to train. Yeah. So yeah, this guy, the fitness trait, he's someone who lives in the same town as me and has been in that car. I think he went in that car. Yeah. So yeah, so I sold it, put it onto an asset. It's making me more money. So when you just said need more money for GME, brother, I hear you. And I sold my. In fact, it wasn't just my car. I sold my motorbike, my motocross, and also my Bandit. I sold it all. So I don't own. Well, I've got a little car at the minute. It's just like a little runaround. But yeah, nuts. So yeah, if you've got anything, sell it and buy something, because now's the time to buy, guys. When there's blood in the streets, buy. People panic sell. All you're doing is taking their panic sells and you're keeping it for yourself. It's like discount. It's like going to the shop and going to the discount section and seeing like 10 cans of Red Bull, and instead of it being like, $15 or whatever, it's down to $4. So just get the Red Bull and take it home and drink it and enjoy the buzz. Okay, I remember you selling everything. So BG, yeah, he's I've never actually met BG Does Gaming, but we have spent hours and hours and hours talking about life and where we're going and things that we're doing and our goals and where we want to be. Yeah, BG Does Gaming's pretty cool. In fact, BG Does Gaming and the Fitness Trait, those two have spoken before whilst playing a game on the internet called Destiny. And Destiny is one of my favourite games. In fact, I was playing it today like a big kid. So yeah, some things never change. I'm nearly 40 years old, and whilst investing and trading, I'm still playing computer games. And you know what? I love it. I love it. So yeah. Okay, so let me just shrink myself down a little bit because I didn't realise that I was so big. So who else have we got on here? So we've got the fitness trait. So nice to see you, Kaz Mamareki. BGD, Jose, Grace has joined us. Nice, man. Grace says awesome game. Now, do you play that on PC or PlayStation or Xbox? What's your platform? The fitness trait. I tell you what, Kaz, if you've still got your PlayStation, which if I remember right, I helped you get. I thought I'd just put that out there. Yeah, if you've still got your PlayStation, we should jump on because they've got the old Vault of Glass back again, which is a great game. The Dead Money All Stars says I'm lurking. Grace's PS4 when it was out. Okay, cool. So Grace, if you're on PS4, then yeah, DM me your username, your handle. I'll find you and I'll add you as a friend, and maybe we can do the Vault of Glass together or a raid or help you level up or whatever. So that's cool. Anyway, this is a GME chat, not a Destiny chat. But by the sounds of it, I think if I was to open up a Destiny chat on YouTube, I'd get more followers. But GME is the way forward, guys. There's 9 of you on now, so I'll just turn around and just go over what it was that I was saying, and that is basically that Nintendo and Pokemon and GME are now together. And I don't see it. It's no coincidence that they've come together at the same time as GameStop have announced that they're going to be releasing NFTs. So not only have they got Nintendo as a collab and Pokemon, they've also got all of the decades of time where they've done their own artwork and put it out there. And when they did all that, this was before the times of NFTs. NFTs weren't even a thing. Ethereum wasn't even a thing at the time. So now they can look back, their team can look back and say, what is it that we can put into an NFT and then stick out there on the auction and end up getting a shed ton of money. And we're talking millions. Every single NFT will go for over 500,000 that they bring out. Every single one, especially if Nintendo start putting their name to it, along with Pokemon. I'm sure most of you remember Pokemon. If not for yourself, then for your siblings, or maybe your kids, depending on the age that you're at. So yeah, really exciting times for GME. Looking forward to what it is that I've got. Those of you that are in the UK, how do you get hold of the shares of GME? How do you get hold of GME? You might be looking here going, yeah, sounds really great. Yeah, but I don't have, hundreds of pounds to get GME. You don't need hundreds of pounds. You don't need thousands of pounds. So you download an application on your phone called Trading 212, and that's got 3 different sections. It's got an investment section. It's got a stock section, and it's got something in the UK, which is very similar to the American market, which is options. In the UK, we call them CFDs, which are contracts for difference. That's where you end up putting your money on and getting lost, and you end up getting wrecked and losing your money. So don't go onto there, but go onto the investment side of it, and then it'll say, how much do you want to put in? So you turn around, you put your bank details in there. They're authorized and regulated by the FCA, so they're a genuine official company. And you turn around and say, well, I want to put £30 in. So you put £30, for example, into it, and it does it instantly. And then from that point, because it works with Apple Pay, it works with PayPal. You can put your debit card or your credit card in there, and there you go. You've got 30 quid in there. And then what you do is you search for GME, and then once you find GME, there's a little slider, and it says how much do you want to buy, and you put £30, and then you click buy. Now, as you look on the price here, you can see that a GME share is $180, right? You don't need $180 or pounds in order to buy GME stock, because you can own a part of one share, a part of one stock. So you can own 30. So it does decimalize. It does go down, and you can own a quarter of a share or a tenth of a share. A fraction of the share. So it's really, really easy. And if you were to do that, I would say it would take you about 10 to 12 minutes, and you could own your own share of GME. Very easy to do. Trading 212 on your app. But remember, don't go into CFD. Just go into where it says investments. Okay, so there's your 3 parts. So really, really simple to do. So that's really cool. Grace, you've sent me 2 messages, but you've retracted them. I don't know if I read them or not. Right, so is there anything that you guys want me to look at, or anything that you want me to mention while I am here? And whilst you're thinking about things that you want me to talk about, Bad Mama Jamma and myself were speaking about the if you end up making millions, about filling in a certain form that needs filling in. So yeah, I will help you guys do that, because I need to speak to the SEC and get them on the phone and do a live stream with you guys there, whilst they're on the phone with me, and then I can fill the form in, ask them questions, and then we can turn around and go forward from there. So Jose says, Tony, I've owned 2 E90s. I don't know how many I've owned. An F30, nice one. 1 E70, me too. 1 GO1, no. GO2, GO5, no, I haven't had any of them. And an M2 CS, I haven't had any of them. So Jose is a BMW man himself, which is cool. Cool. Yeah. Fitness trait. Twin Alchemist on. Oh, right. Okay, cool. I will just take a picture of that. And let's take a picture. And I will. Okay, I got it. So I'll add you on PS4. All right, guys, this is pretty cool. So where do we go from here? Has anybody invested in anything, and maybe you're a little bit worried, or you think is now a good time to buy? Let me know. Let me know on the chat. So yeah, there we go. So move on up. We have got this symmetrical triangle that I drew in, and we're looking at just bouncing off of those until we end up breaking out. There's my target for the upside. Here's my target for the downside, as a way of us kind of moving up. You see, when we end up dipping below the Ichimoku cloud, we could end up going sideways before we end up sort of bouncing up off of it. And my top price target, after we've had a massive rocket surge and everything going crazy, I think that we're going to come down and find resistance at $438, and I see that happening on the 31st of October. August. So there you go. You heard it here first. And I'm going to keep this on the chart. Bear in mind, I do a stream pretty much every day. I'm going to keep this on the chart, and we'll see just what the price is and see whether I'm close or off. But yeah, we've got a couple of months to get there. Let's see what happens. Okay, fitness trait. Do you have an upload where you tell people how to open a trading account, literally start to finish? I think that would help, as we can't find content like that on YouTube. Yes, it is something that I want to do. In fact, if you go on to if we go on to the Discord, which is in most of you, onto all my videos, you'll see a link to a Discord. And on the Discord, there is a section that's called tutorial requests. And in this tutorial requests, there's people on here that are turning around and saying things like, they want to go over leverage trading. So can we do a start to finish on leverage trading, and all the rest of it. So one of the questions that could be on here is for noobs that have never done it before, how do we go about buying crypto or trading stocks from start to finish for noobs? Yeah, and so go on to there, stick that question in there, and on Monday is when I will do the tutorial on whatever people put in this section here. So I will most definitely go over that for you, mate. Just go onto the Discord, find me on there. You can get onto your Discord on your phone, Mac or PC or Android. So Discord is open for everyone. Failing that, you can come round here, mate, and we can do some training. Yeah, and then I can sit down with you anyway, because you is my mate, innit? Okay, so Demony All Star says, mate, had a mate get rid of his Ellis for an M3. Best decision you made, apparently. Yeah, that's just really good cars. BMW's a Toyota, at least, I guess he's talking about. They're nice cars as well, but yeah, I would prefer an M3, definitely. T212 might have a 0.5 share minimum. Trading 212 might have a half share minimum on GMB, by the way. If it is only a 0.5 share, then you're probably talking about 70, 80 pounds in the UK to buy into GME. But I really do believe that would be a good buy, because yeah, it's great. Haha, we will end up training, not trading. You are right, mate. But I think that's the reason why you don't train with me anymore, because I push you. I'm too aggressive. Come on, lift the thing. You're like, nah, man, just chill. We'll train. Let me just sniff some creatine. This guy sniffs creatine. He gets creatine from the Holland and Barrett, the local health shop, and he sniffs it. I mean, what's the guy on? He just looks like a lunatic. Yeah, cool. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more. So there you go. So if you want any tutorials on anything, like maybe we're 1-to-1, then just come into this Discord. It will be in the description below. Just go into show more underneath, and you'll see a load of stuff in there. Affiliate links for Coinbase, so that if you buy some cryptocurrency, you will be awarded cryptocurrency. And I think I might get some cryptocurrency as well if you do it. So that's Coinbase, and I'll put a link to Trading 212 for the purpose of those in the UK being able to buy into GME. Can you guys tell me, can anybody who's not in the UK, can you tell me if Trading 212 is available outside of the United Kingdom? Is Trading 212 available in the States, for example? Be great to know, because I don't know the answer to that question, and it would be good to know for the sake of this channel. Okay, so that's where I see Bitcoin and GME going. I'm saying that AMC is something that is positive. I think if we end up touching this line, then I'll sell my girlfriend. I'll put her up on eBay and sell her. See how much I can get for her. Might be able to get a few camels and then sell the camels and buy some AMC. Yeah, I'd be in trouble, wouldn't I? Wow. Okay. But one. This is a coin. I'm just rambling now, and I don't want to lose viewers. However, I know that some of you are interested in what it is that I do. and I'll tell you. So Harmony One, excuse me, Harmony One is a coin that I'm particularly excited about ever since Sony got involved with them, and they are a company that are interested in helping the whole copyright issue with songs and music and entertainment get out there. Copyright. If you go back years ago, and I'm talking years ago, in order to get something copywritten, what you would do is you put the cassette or the reel or the tape into an envelope, seal the envelope, and then send it back to yourself, recorded delivery, and that way it's recorded by the Royal Mail. The envelope has never been opened. That way you can take whoever it is that uses your song or your whatever it is that you've copywritten, you can take them to court and then produce the envelope that's never been opened for the judge to open the envelope, look inside it, and then listen to the music, look at the a piece of artwork or whatever it is, and then the date stamp when you resent it back to yourself, and at the time, and as long as that was before, whoever it is that's used your material, then that means that you can sue them for the losses and compensation for the fact that they've used your material. Well, now thanks to Harmony One and things like this, things are going digital again. It's like going into sticking your artwork, if you like, your music, into a token and then putting it out there for everybody else to then have as a ledger, and it's safe, it's yours, it's copywritten, and that's pretty cool. So that's it. We call that a poor man's patent. Some awesome idea. Yeah, and that's what it used to be. You used to patent your thing, you'd send it back recorded delivery. So that's just a little bit of history for you guys if you didn't know. That's when something was patented or copywritten, and you could have your little copyright symbol there then. Chiliz, it's another token that I'm invested in. I've got probably about 3 or 4% of my portfolio in Chiliz. Really looking forward to that to explode. It's got some great fundamentals, and I'm kind of hoping that this is a bull flag that's opened up here, and if it is, then we've got some massive gains to come. But don't you think that when you look at all of the different assets, they've all got a very, there's Algorand, there's Theta, there's Chiliz, there's GME. Hold fire, guys. Hold fire. Just looking for SPY, which I think was up here because I used it the other day. There you go. Oh, there's SPY. I thought I was thinking that it was possible that SPY would end up looking very similar, but it doesn't. Which means that really the whole sort of like digital industry is decoupled and away from the S&P 500. So yeah, that's a positive sign really. And then we've got Bitcoin, and Bitcoin looks completely different. Although you have kind of got this. See how Bitcoin's come down and then sideways, whereas the altcoins have gone up and then gone sideways, and GME has gone up and then sideways. So it's kind of like the opposite to what Bitcoin's doing. So, which is why when you look at the Bitcoin dominance, whilst I know GME isn't a cryptocurrency, when you look at the Bitcoin dominance, that's gone down and sideways as well. So, it's possible, very possible, that we could end up seeing another dip down here, in which case it'd be a good idea just to get a little bit of altcoins, just in case we do end up rising down. But it's always the intention to end up getting yourself more Bitcoin for the time when Bitcoin ends up hitting the magical mark of over 1 million, which most crypto enthusiasts are extremely confident that we're going to end up hitting that figure, which is a massive 351% from where we are now. Now, 351% doesn't look like anything when you look at where we were with GME when I turned around and showed you about this gap, not gap, when I showed you about this area here. Just from there to there is 350%. So that was nice and easy for GME to get there. Okay, we had all of the fights between Reddit group and everything, but that wasn't here. That was all this. Yeah. So to go up 350% for GME was nice and easy. How much more so is it going to be for Bitcoin that doesn't have a roof? It doesn't have a ceiling. It doesn't have any way of getting more. There's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins. It's a safe asset. It's good. Cool. Okay, so Grace said, we call that poor man's painting. Awesome idea. GTG, bud. See you later on. Cheers. Gotta go. GTG, gotta go. Cool. These acronyms. I'm an old man now. I don't know about them anymore. Yeah. Bitcoin's sort of sliding down the way to the oversold mark here, just making a little bit of bullish divergence. Hopefully that'll push us up through the cloud, and then we can start making new highs. Everything's getting everything, on all of these, whether you're looking at GME or crypto, everything is heading for a massive, massive bull move towards the end of the year. Everything is. So, guys, just hold on. Just don't let go. And don't forget to like this, by the way. I can see that there's a few of you still looking. I need some likes on the page for the algorithm to get caught up and for us to see, so that I can be pushed up and appear on people's screens. Listen, always learning, guys. I'm always learning. My strength is technical analysis on anything you want me to do technical analysis on. But with regards to AMC, GME, always learning. They're always learning. They're an evolving company. So as they evolve, then they release news, and that's where we become, we ourselves evolve within the GME community because we learn. So as the back end of their releasing information to the public, that's when we learn, and that's when the more we know about a subject and about an asset, the more our comfort level grows, and the more we can go to bed at night not worrying about where the price is going to go because we know more about the asset. So always learn. Never be afraid to ask any questions. I myself ask questions to you guys live on camera on a live stream. Humility and be ready to learn is the key to success. It's the key to success in life. If you want to be somewhere, be somebody, have something in life, look at somebody else who's already got it and go to them and say, how did you achieve that? How did you get there? And because pride ends up causing you to crash, causes you to never kind of get where you want to get to because you're holding back. Always ask, be humble, and that's it. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. How long have I been going on for now? How long have I been talking? I'm losing my voice, so it's got to be a while. 47 minutes. So some of you have been with me for 47 minutes. So I'm going to do an experiment now. I need a Red Bull, and there's one in my fridge. So I'm going to go and get a Red Bull. I'm going to come back and I'll see if there's still 6 viewers. So hold fire, and I'll think of something that I can teach you and show you. But I need a Red Bull. Give me a sec. I'll get rid of these. 2 seconds. Okay, so that was more than 2 seconds. But on the upside of it being more than 2 seconds, I've got more than 2 Red Bulls. I've got a whole box. Which means I might be able to go on for another little bit longer. So I'll get them over there. I can see that the lighting in here isn't going to be great, so I've got my my special lights, which might give me a little bit more exposure on the camera. Open my drink. You're going to teach us how to fly. Yes, Grace, that's the idea. So, yeah, hang on a sec. Okay. Most people that are successful businessmen or business ladies, they start a business. It might be running a cafe, it might be doing a cleaning company, it might be starting a website company where you build websites for people, it might be marketing, whatever the company is that you decide to make. You start. The company grows. You find ways of making extraordinary money. and eventually you end up the company that you initially started kind of widens out, and you start going into other areas, and eventually you find a comfort zone where you're earning good money and you're happy. But because you're that sort of person that you've got to that stage, you're just tenacity. You've got a lot of tenacity. You end up pushing yourself to do something else and something else. So you end up widening out, and then you end up growing, and you end up getting other companies as well. And it gets to the point where you have to end up looking at the economy to understand where your business is going. So if you're involved in property, real estate, if you like, or housing market in the UK, we call it, or if you're involved in maybe owning a garage and doing repairs on things, maybe you're a timber merchant and you're selling wood to chippies or whatever, to carpenters. Whatever it is, you end up looking at the economy, because you need to know where prices are going and where the economy is going to know whether you should, sell businesses, sell houses, whether you should hold your money, where you should put your money, and all the rest of it. And that's when you start coming to people like myself, who understand the economy. You can look at the economy, look at where we're going, what's going to happen to interest rates, and it's only because I got interested in this stuff that I ended up learning about it. And now looking to go to an open university and doing economics, because it's something that I feel that, I spoke about humility and asking questions. I'm kind of going to go against my own advice here, but I kind of feel that I know enough to be able to do a open university degree and it not be too taxing on my brain, because I've already spent the last 5 or 6 years really every day looking into stuff. While I'm not doing live streams here, I'm sitting in front of my computer, not always gaming, but I'm sitting in front of my PC looking into people who know more about the economy than myself and learning from them and asking them. So if you guys haven't heard of a guy called Stuart Simon Dixon, I think his name is. And let's make sure. Simon. Why isn't my computer working? Why isn't my computer working? SIMONDIX. Simon Dixon. This guy here is is an investment guy, but he does so much good content, and he's one of the guys that I go to if every time that he has a stream or whatever, I watch him, because he's just an incredible guy, and he's done economics since the beginning, since he left school, and he's just an incredible guy. So this is where I get my sort of the source of my information. Yeah, so go into LinkedIn or Twitter, look, even just type Simon Dixon into YouTube and watch some of his stuff. I'll put a link in the Discord to one of my favourite videos that he made speaking about money. And you might have seen my video where I speak about the banks and printing money and all the rest of it. Well, I got that information from one of his videos, and that's the video that I'll post in the description of this. Once I've finished and I go in and edit this video, this live stream that I'm doing now, I will put his information there for you guys to follow. So he's incredible. If I go into if I just go into YouTube, I'll show you some of the people that I follow. This girl here. She something incredible that she did. I don't want to put a video up, right? But something that was really incredible, and I want to do the same for myself, and I've been looking into it, is just to prove that it's really dangerous to start going. I'm sorry if you guys are GME fans. I'm just talking about cryptocurrency here for a second. What this girl did is she made her own coin, right? She made her own cryptocurrency. And she did it to prove that if you go to CoinMarketCap here, if you end up going to CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin's the strongest coin in the world. After Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, then Tether, then Binance Coin, Cardano, XRP, etc., right? And Dogecoin is currently at position 8. And you can keep going down on this list. This shows rows of 100. So you go down to 100 on Coin Market Cap. You got this one here, and Phantom at 99, right? But you can go on forever. I mean, there's the further down the market cap you go, these are companies or cryptocurrencies that have only just started, or they're not doing too well or whatever. I mean, this one is 5,658 down the list, right? So would you decide to sell a house or put a quite a massive amount of money into this company here, that who are really so far down? I mean, these are the ones that'll either go to nothing and you'll end up losing all your money, or these are the ones that will quite easily 500x, 1,000x your money. So if you put 100 quid on that, you may very well make £25,000, $50,000 by just sticking $100 on it. Very easy. If it's a coin that's got good fundamentals and they're actually going to do well. This one's called Aston Martin, but it's a fan token. It's not actually done by Aston Martin. But with Aston Martin, you got the group of people that are into Aston Martin, and as cryptocurrency comes along, it's possible, that this might turn around and become, number 20 or number 30 of coin market cap. And that one might turn around and give you thousands of X. You stick 100 quid on, you might end up getting yourself, $100,000 from that. So these are really, really high risk tokens, and also very dangerous, but also very potentially possible to make a lot of money. Now, this Cora Harrison, what she did, she decided to make her own coin, right? And she called it Cara Harrison coin, I think she called it. I'm just trying to find the video. It looks like she's taking... Oh, if I go into videos, that might help. There we go. I created my own cryptocurrency. It took her 4 hours to do it, right? And she's got it, and it's out there now. In fact, when we just looked at it on CoinMarketCap, I don't know what her the acronym for her coin is, but we should be able to go onto CoinMarketCap and see her coin. And the reason why she did it, she started the intro of her video saying, "Hey guys, just to let you know, I've got my own cryptocurrency. It's out there live. Go and buy it, and I'm going to make loads of money on it. And once we've got loads of money and it's worth loads of money, I'm going to just take it all and pull the rug, and you're going to end up losing all your money, and then I'm going to be rich." That's how she started it. And then she said, "I'm only joking. The reason why I created my own cryptocurrency coin is to show you guys that it can be done by somebody who's got very little to no experience, and then bring up a coin. So I myself want to do that for you guys, for my viewers. I want to create a coin and call it Tony Coin or Tony Wright's Crypto Coin or something. Put a video of me, get a camera back here, and put it on a slow speed while you watch me copy and paste and program a coin, a smart contract, get it out onto the Ethereum net, and I'll have my own cryptocurrency that you guys can invest in if you want to, or don't, but it'll be there just to prove that anybody can, right? And I left school, I went into a college, and I did a public service course where I learned how to handle emergency situations. So we went into the fire service, the police service, the little bit into the armed forces, and learned how to deal with situations of emergency situations. So that's what I did, and it was nothing to do with computing, nothing to do with the economy, nothing to do with cryptocurrency or whatever. It wasn't even out back then. So yeah, so someone who's got that kind of background, and then went into window cleaning to start my life off. That's where I started. Then into housing, and started buying and selling houses. Then into cryptocurrency, and into housing, like property maintenance, where we would go into houses that had run down, and we'd knock all the plaster off the walls, get it back to brick, seal it all, then render it, or skim it over or whatever, and get the rooms looking all nice, ready to paint. In fact, this very office that I'm in now, the ceilings were falling down. They had trees growing through the walls. There was ivy coming through the walls, and the actual ceiling up there had ivy coming through it. So we ended up taking it all down, reboarding it, skimming it over, giving it a lick of paint, and the office looks like brand new now. Yeah, so these are the things that I went into. Now, if that's my kind of background and what I do, as for money, then if I can create a cryptocurrency coin, then so can all the idiots that turn around and trying to scam people and make money. They'll create a coin. You'll end up going into it because it's low down on market cap, thinking, okay, I might be able to 100x my money or whatever, and then they pull the plug because they own most of the shares of the coin, and turn around, dump it all, sell it all, and end up making the money. That money then they can reinvest into another coin and just keep doing that, rinse and repeat, and they end up making loads of money, and it's just dangerous. So the reason why I'm saying this is if you do end up deciding to put 20, 30, 40, 100 bucks on a coin that's so far down, look into the person that's created the coin and their team behind it. Are they have they come from a reputable source? Are they people that actually know what they're doing, or have they done what I'm going to do, which is copy and paste a previous contract, copy and paste it onto the Ethereum blockchain, and just change a few little bits in there, like the name and how many coins there's going to be, and how is it going to be, how many are going to be minted and burned, and all the rest of those little things that you can kind of change. And all it is copy and paste, and just go in there and change a few bars. That's what I'm going to do, because I thought that was a really good idea. So it wasn't of my own originality. I actually got it from this girl here, Cara Harrison. Anyway, so she's somebody that I follow. Obviously, I don't know who these guys are. This Rocky Outcrop and this Ronaldo and Trade Spot, and I've got no idea who those guys are. But they keep showing up. They're just one of those things that just keep coming up. I keep clicking on them and turning around and like unfollowing them, but they just end up getting followed again. Oh, don't start playing, otherwise they end up getting copyright. Right, okay. Bad Mama, awesome guy, good friend. Obviously Carl from the Moon, because he just makes me laugh. BG does gaming. Best computer gamer that I've ever played with. Lark, he's got some great technicals that he comes out with. But there's someone who has just started following just recently, called... what's her name? It's just recent. History. Here we go. History. I watched my own videos. That's funny. I watched some of her stuff just recently. Chinese girl she is, and she's a proper trader. So if you guys want to learn how to trade, follow this girl because she's incredible. By the way, this guy is really humble. You've probably heard of him if you're into GME. Andy Lee. All of his videos are only 6-7 minutes long. It's not like this where it goes on for hours. So he's a nice guy to watch. Going through a bit at the minute, so people are giving him a bit of support. God, I love this guy. Rocky is a good guy. Do you know what? It's so interesting how you can have friends, right, that you've never met, but you can feel so close to. I've never met BGD, right, but he's such a good friend of mine. I've never met Rocky Outcrop, but he's such a close friend. Kame will be on in a minute, no doubt. And Kame normally comes in and supports me. Yo, Paul. Yo, Ginger Balls. So Paul is one of the guys that you saw. Here we are. Here she is. So this is her, right? Her name's Karen Fu. And the way that she teaches when she's doing her course is the exact same way that I want to teach you guys about things. See how she's got a whiteboard there and she's talking. This is how I want to present my information to you, which is why I did those doodly sketches on Divergence. So those of you that follow my channel, you will have seen my doodly videos, right? Because I think that seeing things visually is a lot easier to understand than what you call it than just me talking. You can turn around and speak about a load of stuff, but if you end up getting confused about stuff, then it's not very good. So I ended up from a recommendation of a guy called Nyron on the Discord, and he recommended that I get this Wacom Intuos, and basically end up getting getting a screen up and being able to doodle and draw as I'm talking to you. But you know, I couldn't work out the stylus very well, and it just seems a little bit messy, and I think it's going to take a lot of practice. So what I'm going to do instead is I've got a whiteboard just over here. I'm going to clean the whiteboard off, take a picture of it because the things on there are important to me, but I'm going to clean the whiteboard off, and I'm going to do some videos and tutorials in a similar way that she does. But yeah, guys, if you're interested, if you've already got some information and with regards to trading, and you've got a kind of idea of how it works, then she's a great person to watch for anybody at any level, because not only does she speak to people that are just coming into it, she also in with the simple teachings, she sticks things in there that you might not understand, but people that do trade on a regular basis, they're golden nuggets for them. So she is very good. She teaches the same way as me. She views the charts the same way as me. And if she views the charts the same way as me and teaches the same way as me, you can bet your bottom dollar that Rocky Outcrop, if he was to watch her, would also agree that she's a great girl to watch. Yeah, so definitely subscribe to her. She's cool. I'm cool. Yeah, so that's it, really. Those of you that haven't seen my my divergence thing, it's this style of video. Yeah, and yeah, frustrated with themselves because they're just not getting it, and that's why, because they're looking for the wrong thing. Now, if you're looking for a let's say the price is going down and you want to know, yeah, so that is the basic video of mine. And you guys should definitely go and have a look, because you know it's a great video. So there you go. That's the kind of idea about where things are going with crypto. So yeah, back over to GME for now. Does anybody else have any news on GME that you know about? Looking fresh, my G. It's only because of the Red Bull, brother. Yeah, GME. Paul, I think I need to help you get onto GME, buddy. I think we need to get you onto some GME stocks. Yeah, so next time you come over. When are you coming over for work, bro? We need to get a day in. Just have to let me know when you're free. Obviously text me. So, guys, where are we going today? Am I closing the stream down now, or you know, what's the consensus of you guys? There's 5 people viewing. Do you want me to continue just talking about crap because you guys have got nothing else to do today and you want something to listen to? In which case we can chill back and just have some fun and just talk about stuff on the chat and have a good time. Or do you kind of want to just say good night or good day and just kind of finish the stream now? Because I've got nothing really better to do apart from just stay on the charts and learn about stuff and watch more YouTube tutorials. Or I can sit here and just kind of chat with you guys, because I think everyone on here is my friends anyway. So I'm quite happy just chilling here. Feel like I'm in a cafe, but digital. You know, I've got myself a Red Bull, and you guys might have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. Yeah. Ronaldo said he loved those divergence videos. The thing is, right, is that when people speak about divergence, it can be so complicated. And I went and looked on different YouTube tutorials on divergence, and I didn't find one divergence video that was clear and concise for people that are just getting into trading. Couldn't find one. Excuse me. I spent all day making in fact, I've got it here. I spent all day making pieces of paper where I was drawing. I'd got a phone holder where I had the phone going down like that with my phone on there as a video, and you could see me drawing on the lines so that I could explain what divergence was. And at the end of the video, it was all a mess because everything was backwards, so the charts were not the right way, so it needed flipping. And then if you flip the whole video the other way on using software, then the X and the Y and the X axis ended up going the opposite way, so it didn't work. So I spent a whole day doing that for you guys so that you could understand it, and no, it was no good. So what I decided to do was break it down into 4 segments: bearish, bullish, hidden bullish, and then a final series. And they were all like 3 minutes long, 4 minutes long. So easy bite-sized chunks. And ones that you can go back on. If you see something there and you think, I think that's hidden bullish divergence, go back, look at video 4 of 5, I think it is, hidden bullish, or 3 of 4. Hit 3 of 5, and then you can just watch that video. It only takes 3 minutes, and that'll remind you. So it's really good just to have those 5 videos in the back of your mind, and then you can always just go back to them, play them, and then that'll remind you as to where it goes. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. The visuals were really helpful for me. I'm really pleased for you, buddy. Ronaldo is a guitar player. If you're not subscribed to his channel, have a listen to the stuff that he does. As a musician myself, I appreciate smooth chords. It's really easy just to play major and minor chords, but you can make extensions of these chords, and they become major sevenths, minor sevenths, dominant sevenths, and it kind of gives more of an R&B or like a jazzy kind of mixed feel to the chords. And when Ronaldo does any of his songs, it might be a song that's just got straight chords in it, but he'll make it into that. He'll put all the chords, and they'll all be extended chords, which makes it really easy listening. And really good guy. So add in a little flavour, he says, and it does, and that's the way that I play when I'm on stage and performing. I do the same. Me and Ronaldo seem to have so much in common that when we do meet, we'll end up having a little fight, then we'll end up having a little jam session, then we'll end up going to the pub and having a good chat about everything, because we've both got some very similar interests. Yeah, good fun. So that's it. So what do you guys want to do? Shall we shut the shop and go to bed, like kind of finish it, or do you want me to stay on? So if you guys put Y for staying on, yeah, or N to say goodbye and call it a night. So yes to stay on, or N for good night. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to stay on with a Y, or do you want me to sign off and give it an N? What's the consensus, guys? There's 5 of you watching. There's 5 of you watching, and then we'll do a whatever we get the most. But all of you need to play the game so that I know what to do. Paul Howard, have you seen that message? That's a really good one. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't even know how you're doing upside down question mark, man. That was really funny. I've got to get some work done. Chat soon, brother. Okay, so Ronaldo says no, he's off. Paul Howard's confused. He just doesn't know where to go. That's cool. Ronaldo, thanks for listening and tuning in, brother. And take care. Be good. Normally, the first person to turn around and make a decision normally gets the rest of them, because everybody wants to be the same and doesn't want to conform to another. So I guess most of you will turn around and say, let's call it a day. So I'm going to give it 1 minute, right? Okay, so Jose says, yes, I'm just listening, don't know much about trading, trying to learn with you, Rocky, and trade spying. Okay, that's cool. So Jose wants me to continue. All right. Then let me take you on a tour, guys. Let me take you on a little bit of a tour. Okay. I'm going to close down TradingView, and I'm going to teach you the start, right? So let's get rid of GameStop. Let's get rid of the thing, right? Let's get rid of that, and let's just go straight to. Let's go straight to my bank statements. Look, I've got my bank statements there. Arbiton Live. I'm not even sure what that is. I think that's some kind of software. That's my ex. That's my ex. That's a load of documents of hers. It's my bank statements. So yeah. You don't need to see those. Right. So let me open up another thing. Right. I'm going to show you guys what to do now. Right. This is what you do. You start off by typing in the box or in Google search tradingview.com. Okay. And then that brings you up to this. Okay. This probably won't be here, or it certainly won't look like this. This is my own custom thing. But how do you get to the charts? You know where you see like Rocky and me and trade spotting. use? Well, the way that you do it is by going up here and clicking this chart button, and that's where everyone gets confused. They're like, I can see trading view, I can put in here, Bitcoin, BTC or GME or whatever it might be that they want to see. Okay, Bitcoin, I can see that there's Bitcoin USD there, so I can click it and I can get it up here, and it says Bitcoin USD, but there's no chart. There's, where you see all the candles and stuff. And the way to do it, you've got these buttons along here, right? If you click chart, then it'll bring up the actual charts that you see Rocky and me and trade spotting use. You end up seeing all these candles and things, and that's the mistake that everybody makes. No, everybody forgets that you have to press that chart button, right? That brings you up to this. Let me just get rid of everything because it's just going to confuse you guys if you're not sure on what to do. All right, so let's get rid of absolutely everything. Right, so I don't know how much you guys know, right? But each one of these candles represents one day. So that's yesterday. I mean, if you look down here on this axis here, you've got the 13th, which is obviously today. And then if I go back one, it's the 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, etc. So each one of these represents one day, right? If you go up here, where it says D, 1 day, you can change it to 4H, 4 hours, which means now each one of these candles represents 4 hours. Okay? So eventually you end up going 4 hours ago, and then you end up going back to yesterday, which is there. And then, you got 4 candles there, then you go down to the 11th, etc. Okay. So now you know that, we can just sort of like make these candles bigger. Bear in mind they're 4 hours each, right? Each candle, when the new candle opens, like here now it says 20 past 8 in the evening. That's what I'm looking at now. Each candle opens and closes, which I'll explain in a minute what that means, at different times, at different amounts of money, right? A red candle, when the red candle finishes, let's say it's 1 minute to the next hour. So this here was 5 o'clock. We can see down here when I hover over it, it says 5 o'clock, right? At 5:59, when the next candle opens, it comes down here, and then the next candle opens just here, right? So that's what it means. That's what it means. It closes. I shouldn't have said open. It closes. So this red candle here closed at this price here. It's red. It's down. So it closes at the bottom. Boom. Okay. Then this next hour, which was 9 o'clock, ended up opening here, and the price ended up going. I just moved the price ended up going all the way up here at one point during the hour, and then came down here, and in 4 hours, so 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 12:59, it ended up closing and then opening a new candle here. So the green candles, when they close at the top, and then a new candle starts. A red candle closes at the bottom, and the next one starts. So so you got 4, 8, 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12's, then 4 o'clock in the evening, then 8 o'clock in the evening, which has only just started. So this candle here, because it's 20 past 8 now, right? 22 minutes past 8. So this candle's only been going for 22 minutes. Sorry, guys. This candle's only been going for 22 minutes. And at the minute, it's gone right down to here. Yeah? So this one, during that 4-hour period, ended up coming all the way down here. And then people started buying. Because the price came down, people got excited and started buying. And so there was more buying pressure, and people were buying at higher prices. And eventually it closed just there. And then the new candle opened. And the price continued to go up, and then people started selling. So all the people that made this money here, all the traders that ended up buying the shares and stocks, ended up going to here, and now they're selling them. Right? So this candle here now won't close until 12 o'clock tonight, when the new candle will open. But where the price will end up going, who knows? You know, it just depends on how many people buy and how many people sell. So yeah, so this candle closed just here and went over here. It went up, it went down, it came up. It was indecisive about where it was going because there's no body. So these things here are called wicks. If you think of a candle having the wick that you light, that's what these are called. So this is the wick here. This is the wick, the bottom wick. Yeah. So when you have a wick where you've got equal sides and no body, that's an indecision. It's that we don't know which way the market's going to go. Generally speaking, if you get a candle that looks like this, that's at the bottom of a trend, this is normally quite a bullish candle here, this green one. But it wasn't at the bottom, it was in the middle. Don't want to go into too much detail, but yeah, so at the minute the price is going down. We'll probably find support, to be honest. People speak about support, meaning that a lot of people bought just here. You know, the price ended up coming down tremendously. It got to this stage and then people bought. And then it came down here to the same kind of area. People bought. And now the price is coming down here. So people are probably going to buy. So if a trader's going to turn around and say, is the price going to go above or below this line? They're probably waiting for the price to come down, touch it, buy it, and then wait for it to go back up and then maybe sell out just here. You know? And that's what candles are. They close at the bottom if they're red, and if they're green, they close at the top. So that's what candles are, and that's how they work. Okay. When you hear me talk about, or other people talk about price action, all it is like action. If you think about a fight, the action of a fight or the action of a movie scene, you're just taking the whole collaboration of everything that's going on, and you say that's the action of the movie, or that's the action of a, you know what, you've got a really messy house. It takes action. You need to get involved and get the house tidy, right? It's a movement into action. Well, price action is that. So what it is you turn around. I'm going. Remember down here, as I move my arrow, as I move my cursor, it's giving me the date just here, right? So that's the 5th of January. See, it just says there, 5th of January, 6th, 5th. Okay, and that's the timestamp next to it. So that's the 5th of January at 1 o'clock in the morning, right? So if I go all the way back here, it will tell me that the candle that's up there, which I can't see, there we go, that's better. If I just go onto that first one just there, it tells me that the 13th of May, 2021 is 9 o'clock at night, right? That's that first green candle there. That's what that was. So the price action, if they were going to talk about the price action now, you would say that the price action is on a downtrend. And the reason why is because they got highs there and the low is down here. And so they could turn around and use this what they call a trend line, click your mouse once at the top, draw it down to the bottom, and then you can turn around and say, well, that's the price action definitely going down, making lows. Yeah. And so that's when it's speaking about price action. Going back to the daily now, that's how steep that line is. Yeah. So it looks a lot different when you look to the 4 hour and it looks huge. Go to the daily, because you're only dealing with, each candle represents eight of those other candles, because obviously there's four 4 hours in a day. I've got that wrong, haven't I? There's 6. Anyway, whatever. It's 24 hours in a day. Anyway, I'm not even going to bother. I've had too many happy pills to start working stuff out. So, right, that's that. And then if you go to the weekly, then, it's just a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks. 10 weeks there. So that's it on the weekly. And then when you go to the 4 hour, then it just looks like it goes on forever. And then you can take it down to the 1 hour, and then look at how many candles are in there. There's literally hundreds. There's hundreds of candles, and they look so small because you've gone down to the 1 hour. Go to the monthly, and that's what the line looks like on the monthly. Just, three candles. So there you go. So when people speak about price action, that's what they're talking about. When they're talking about different, going down and looking at different time frames, this is what they mean, time frames. So you could turn around and look at the price action over a certain period. Like that's the price actions going back to, remember down here what I've said? Going back to sort of the 27th of October 2020. So there's nearly a year there. If I go back now to, where are we now, in July, right? So if I go back to, let's just squeeze that now. If I go back to January, February, March, May, June. We're in July now, about there. So if I pull that to there, that's July 20, and that's July 21. So in 1 year, Bitcoin's gone from, I'm just using this ruler, and that's literally all it is. I'll click on that, and then I use my mouse. I get to the bottom. I press the ruler once, one click, and then I can move my mouse all around where I want to move it to, and I can go up to the top, or I can come down to where we are now. And in 1 year, you'll have made, and then I click it again, and once you click it again, it kind of fixes it then. So I can move my mouse now, and it's fixed. And so, just in 1 year, you would have made 258% if you hadn't have come out there. If you'd have come out up there, then you would have made more. So to find out how much we would have made there, we would have to get a ruler again, click the bottom, and then go all the way to the top, and potentially you could have made yourself 626%. And some of us did. Some of us did because we've spent years looking at charts like this, right? So we'll get rid of that trend line because it doesn't really mean anything. So that's price action. It's literally the action of the price. You now know what that means. You know about different time frames. So here we don't know what Bitcoin's doing. It just looks like a load of, okay, that's price going up and down. We don't really, there's nothing really there that's giving us any signals. Well, if we go down to a different time frame and go down to the 4 hourly, we might be able to find something that tells us that, you know, potentially we could be going in a different way. Now, I'm just going to make something up a little bit here. I don't necessarily mean that it's going to happen, so don't trade it. But potentially you could turn around and say that's a shoulder, that's a head, that's a shoulder just made there. So the next candle could turn around and give us a head and shoulders pattern. So when we're trading, there's a lot of patterns to learn. There's head and shoulders, there's Adam and Eve's, there's harmonics, there's Gartley patterns, all these different patterns that you got to learn. And then once you learn the patterns, you need to know at what point do you turn around and say I'm taking my trade from that point, and that's where I'm going to exit. Okay, that's where I'm entering, that's where I'm exiting. And here, on a head and shoulders, you would go from the head to where the breakout point is, and the breakout point is going to be about where it is now. Okay, so what we're looking at is the top of the head to the bottom of the shoulder. Actually, probably that would be the breakout just there, because this is you got this shoulder here. So that's, and let me just draw it for you. So this is where the shoulder starts. This circle here that I'm doing. There's your shoulder. There's your head, and then there's another circle just here where your shoulder starts, right? Which means that your breakout point would be just there. And we're now breaking through it. So what you would do is you would say, okay, well, if that's the breakout point just there, sorry, not that one, then what you would do is you would get your measurement, which goes from the top to where the breakout is. So if I just, I'm sorry, guys, you just get the breakout. Then you can move that then, go from the breakout, which we've decided is going to be there, and that'll tell us that the target for Bitcoin, and you know, there's loads of things that you can do on the charts. There's even a something called a ray, a horizontal ray, which is pretty cool. If you don't want a line going all the way across the chart, you can just turn around and click it just from where you want to go to. So if I click that ray there, that's just putting a line infinitely along the chart that way forever. Yeah, and you can move it. So that's where your what you would call a take profit is. So you could make by going onto a platform and doing what they call a short, which I will go into one day for you guys. You could make yourself 3%. But if you use what they call leverage, then you could like do a 4x leverage, for example. This is the sort of stuff that you hear people talk about, which doesn't make sense. So I need to log on to my exchange and actually do some live trading for you guys, so that you can watch me go on to TradingView, do some research on technical analysis, and then find out where I want to trade. Go on to Binance and then actually do a trade, so you guys can actually see how the trading platforms work. So that is something that I'll do in the future. But at the minute, most of my altcoins are in Binance, So I'd need to kind of move them around because I don't want I don't want you guys seeing what it is that I've got. So I've just got some homework to do, but that is a video that I want to do at some point, so that you guys can see how trading actually works. So if you want to see that sort of content, then please stick it in the comments and ask me for it, because it would be a very difficult and tedious job for me to do. But if you guys think you'll find benefit from watching me actually do some trading, then yeah, I'm going to need some what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation to do it. So I need you guys to tell me that you would like to see that. All right. Those doodly videos, they took me days to make for you guys. So that's cool. So thanks to Bad Mama Jamma, who gave me some donations. That was encouraging for me, and it's good. It's good. I think we all work well together, and if we can all learn together, and you can end up not making losses and making more money in the long term by listening to these YouTube videos, then it'll be a win-win for everybody. Okay. So this would be your take profit on this short of Bitcoin if that was a head and shoulders. So that's a head and shoulders pattern. Don't trade it, because I'm not sure that it is a head and shoulders pattern. I would need to look at other things like the RSI and the visible range and things like this that I use on my charts. So don't trade it. Don't because it might not come true. There you go. So that is that. Now, there's other things that they bring up on the charts which seem complicated, right? But this is the way that you got to look at it, right? You just step back, relax with everything. Don't be intense in your mind and look at the charts and go, that's too complicated for me. All of the candles, they're there by TradingView. It's all the history. It's nothing to do with you. You haven't created the price. You haven't created these candles. All of these numbers down here, the amount that Bitcoin's worth, or the dates of how each day. Sorry, let me go on to the daily for you. How much each day the price action. Yeah, you know what price action is now. The price action of each day, how much it was. That is something that TradingView does. So that's not you. So you can relax and just take a step back and go, okay, that's the situation. That's what it is. So yeah, you've got all of these complicated algorithms and things that you can stick on the charts that make it all daunting and scary, but you don't need to know any of that for now. All you need to do is just start getting used to TradingView. Start getting used to moving the price around to look at different things and try and find patterns yourself. If you hear of Adam and Eve's, where you've got like an Adam and an Eve, which is normally like a you'd have like, this would be an Adam, because it's a bit sexist really, but you'd have an Adam and an Eve. So Adam's bigger than Eve, right? Stronger than Eve, if you like. And so but that's what they call it. It's also known as like an M pattern. Once you've got those, you can start looking for things like that and say, okay, well, did that Adam and Eve play out? Well, what would the measured move be of it? Well, you need to know what the measured move is. Well, the measured move is from the Adam to where the breakout is of the Eve, which is about there where this green candle is. So then you can take it, move it to there, and did Bitcoin find it? Yes, it did. So you could have traded that short at this point there, taken your profits at this point there, and made yourself a short of 32%. So you can make money on the way down, okay? So just look for patterns like that. I'm just making things up as I go along here. I didn't know that I'd be doing this today. So so if you are new to it, know that each one of these candles is a day. If it closes in the red, then it closes at the bottom. If it closes at the green, then it closes at the top. Okay, just relax, chill with it. Nothing complicated, and start to look at other YouTube videos. I've got loads of videos on mine, so just go through my videos. Sometimes I can be a bit of a cretin and a bit of a laugh and a bit of an idiot, but it's just for entertainment for you guys, and I'm just I want to enjoy this YouTube lifestyle. Yeah, I want you guys to enjoy the journey with me, and we can teach and learn together as we go through. The next, I don't know, I'm 39, so the next 40 years. So hopefully you guys will be my supporters in the next 40 years as well. And I'll keep trying to bring good content for you as we go. Yeah, so that's it really. So let's go on to the chat and have a look at what people are saying, right? So Paul says, "Show me the money." I'm going to show you the money when you come around to the house next time, buddy, and we'll go through it and get you into GME a little bit because I know that you minted. I have $5 in Bitcoin worth a whopping $4.54 now. Yeah, just wait, buddy, and then your $5 will be $10. I promise. If not, I'll give you $10 next time I see you, or when I see you. Someone would say I'm doing it wrong. Says Jose. Yes, we do. Nice. I would watch that for sure. Good. So yeah, there's definitely people that are wanting to understand how to trade. So this. I'm kind of making everything really simple here, and then in the indicators box here, you can turn around and put different things that you've heard people talk about. Like you might have heard me or Rocky or TradeSpine speak about the RSI. Well, if you type in RSI, Rocky's got his own RSI. But the relative strength index is built-ins, so this is the actual standard RSI. And when you click RSI, then what ends up happening is you end up getting this kind of average line that moves around all over the place. Now, if the price ends up doing this and going up, but the RSI is doing something different, then there's something wrong. It's not converging, or it's not coming. There's no coming together. It's opposites. So, like here, for example, you got, if I do that trend line, and this is exactly why I'm saying that it sounds all complicated, but it's not. But if we just get the tops and look at the tops are making higher highs, so we end up going up, right? Yeah. So that you got a top, a high, and it's just going up. But when you look at the tops of the RSI, that's not going up. That's going down, which is quite scary because obviously they're not agreeing. If the RSI was going up on the tops as the tops were going up, that would be great, but it didn't. So it tells us that something's going to happen and probably Bitcoin's going to turn around, and it did. It ended up going from here. Do you see what I just did? Clicked on the ruler. It ended up going from the top here all the way down to where we are now, and anybody who was holding Bitcoin has lost 50% of their money, which is a lot of money. Yeah. So yeah, it all sounds really complicated, but in actual fact, if you take a step back and don't feel that it's intense, it can be really, really simple. So yeah, there's a little tuition on the beginning of trading and TradingView and how to do it. If you want to bring up a stock or a share, let's say you want to look at AMC, right? You'd click this button here. And in here, you can look at cryptos, so it'll just bring up only crypto. You can look at foreign exchange, so different trading pairs like the pound and the euro, or the pound and the dollar. Futures, which is it's another type of trading. Stocks, which is where GME and AMC and everything would fall into. But if you press all, then you can't go wrong with it. So stick with all, and then in here, if you just type in AMC. Then what you've got is AMC comes up. All this is AMC, but on different exchanges. So here you've got NYSE, which stands for the New York Stock Exchange. So that's the main sort of stock exchange that you would go to. So that's the one that I've got. So then what you do is you click on that. So if I didn't have it, I would click this button here, and then right at the bottom, AMC would come up, right, just here. So then you can drag it to the top if you want. Now, when you first open up TradingView, what ends up happening is you end up having stuff that you might not be interested in, like Apple stocks or Amazon. Well, you might not be interested in Amazon and Apple, so you can turn around, just right click, and go to remove, or just turn around and press the delete button. Yeah, so that's all you got to do. So that's it. So if we go into AMC now, that's when you can start looking at price action, looking for different things that we were speaking about earlier. Yes, it all looks very complicated, but as you start to learn about these things and listen to me, I'll keep going over things and bring out different tuition points every time that we speak. Yeah, cool. All right, so I'm gonna have another drink. I think that's it, guys. How long have we been on? An hour and 40 minutes. Yeah. Is there any questions that anyone's got? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Here you go, have a listen to this. Snap, crackle and pop. I lost a subscriber the other day, and I was really upset. Lost a subscriber. Manic. I don't know what it is that I said or did wrong. And then I woke up the next day and I've got like another 7. So I was quite happy. So I've got, 147 subscribers now, which is really cool because I've only been doing it 5 weeks. So it's good. So I know that some of you guys find some value in this. So appreciate you guys sticking around. Cool. All right. Paul, I can see that you got a picture of yourself on the screen. On the as a logo, which is pretty cool. Grace has got a G. Jose has got a J. Ronaldo's got a picture of him, I think, playing the guitar, perhaps. The Dead Money's got a T. TFT's got the TFT logo, which is pretty cool. I like that. Cool. And Forest Crest has got some kind of emoji or something, which is pretty cool. BG does gaming. Nice. All right, guys. I am gonna go now. I was gonna do some more of my crypto coin and start doing some of this coding for my own coins, so that I know what I'm doing. But I'm getting a bit tired, so I might go and play a little bit of Destiny and go and just relax now for the day. I've been busy all day today, so yeah, it'll be good to rest up. So listen, guys, you guys are my supporters. You are my family. There's 4 of you watching, and I do believe that every one of you 4 are the ones that have stayed from the beginning to the end, and I'm really, really, really grateful that you've stuck around. So thank you very much. And yeah, with that, I've got these 2 different scenes that I can do. I've got scene 1, which was me, which I can kind of move around, and then I've got the credits, where, you know, like on Rocky's channel, if someone becomes a supporter, you can roll the credits, or if someone puts money in or whatever, it says thank you, whatever. And when I press credits, nothing comes up because no one supported or donated. So it's really funny. So that's me on the 2 different supports. But yeah, it's supposed to look like Star Wars, you know, as it goes up in the background. But one day, guys, one day we will have some supporters. And it will be good. It will be good fun. So Jose says, nice. I would watch that for sure. And Jose says, you want to play Warzone ever? You play Warzone ever? No, I've never played Warzone. I'm not much of a Call of Duty guy either. Just 1 second, please. Andy, are you going to work? You getting what? All right. Do you want to come and say hello? Just so that people can see a new face. He comes from behind the curtain. So this is Andy. So sometimes you guys might see Andy turn around. And Paul Howard's on. He's spoken on it as well. Yeah. Yes, Andy's saying hello, Paul. So yeah. So Andy, if ever you see him sort of mention anything or on the chat, Andy lives. He lives in the room opposite where I am, and yeah. So he's a pretty cool dude. It's full of hackers. Don't start. Keep your mental health. He's talking about Warzone. Have you ever played Warzone?
Yeah, I've played Warzone, but it's full of hackers.
Yeah. So Andy, stressful. Yeah. So Destiny is my game, innit? I like Destiny.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Cool. Destiny is the way. All right, guys. Thanks for nipping in, Andy. Just give somebody another face to behind the curtain to
probably end up scaring people off.
Not at all. Not at all. All right, lovely lot. Love you all. And I'm gonna click the sign off button in probably about a minute. So I'll give you guys a chance to say goodbye. And finally, if there is anything you guys want me to look at, you can turn around and mention now. But I will be clicking it off in about 30 seconds to a minute. So Jose says thank you. You're welcome, mate. At least I know how to pronounce your name now, thanks to Gavin. All right, guys. Yeah, I think I'll end up just with the GME chart just there. That's the ray. Do you remember me talking about a ray rather than a horizontal line going across the screen? I just stuck the ray there just to say that this is the all-time high that's going to be due, in my opinion, according to everything that I've looked at. I think that's going to be the high on the 31st of August 2021. All right. See you on the next screen. All right, guys. I will say goodbye and thank you so much for sticking around. You guys are my family. I love you all. And yeah, speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Cool. Yeah.